welcome to Lifehacks with the Tipman. As always, I really appreciate you being here. We got some great tips for you. One of the tips I need to talk to you about is you have something incredibly nasty in your home. I mean, disgusting. I'm certain you have it. I'm going to tell you what that thing is and what you can do to fix it. And by the way, I'm not talking about your teenager's bedroom. I'm talking about something worse than that you have in your house. Hey, also I'm going to share a couple tips with you on how to save money in online shopping that I think you will like. On with the show. You're probably wondering, what is that super nasty thing in your house? Well, it's your bath mat. Bath mats are absolutely, no joke, you can fact check me on this, the nastiest thing that you have. And the reason is because technically you're supposed to wash that bath mat at least every 2 weeks. I assure you, hardly anyone does that. And in fairness, most washing machines aren't designed to handle the weight of a bath mat when it goes, because when you get a bath mat with a lot of water in it, it is heavy. It can actually break your washing machine. So what can you do about it? Well, what you need to do is buy something called a Diatomite bath mat stone. And I've used this for years. It is a great product. This is made out of something called diatoms, which is really just fossilized algae. And I won't bore you with the science. I can already tell I'm losing my director and marketing consultant. They're already getting bored. But what diatoms is a fossilized algae that has the ability to quickly absorb water and then quickly release it. It's amazing how it works. So I will tell you, if you buy one of these, you need to buy a brand called Dorai, D-O-R-A-I. And Consumer Reports agrees with me on this, that it is truly the best brand out there. They don't use any fillers. They keep it fairly thick. They actually used food grade diatomite, which a lot of the others don't use. In fact, if you know someone who has bought a stone bath mat in the past and they said, oh, it didn't work very well, I can almost guarantee you it wasn't a Dorai. It was probably some other brand that is just cheap and doesn't really absorb water that well. I've tried some of them. They are terrible. I will tell you, from a maintenance standpoint, what you do have to do with these stone mats is you have to sand them about every 3-4 months with a very light sandpaper, like a 400 grit. You don't have to put a lot of effort to it. The reason you're doing that is because all the soap scum can actually start blocking up the pores of the material, and that quick sanding does a great job. I will tell you, I highly recommend the darker stones versus the white stones, because as you can see here, here's a white one that has lots of stains. They can stain up. And if the stains go deep enough like what these have, very hard to sand it out. So definitely go with the dark ones. Hey, and by the way, if you have not subscribed, please do so. It's a way for us to keep you informed when we have new videos coming out. And also just a way to let us know that you're out there and you care. So I really like these two websites for online shopping. Both of them are great. The first one is CamelCamelCamel.com. CamelCamelCamel.com. If you've never heard of it, what it is the site tracks all of the price history of almost everything on Amazon. So if you're getting ready to buy something on Amazon and you're kind of like, okay, is this a high price for this item, or is the price? You can go on the website, CamelCamelCamel, and it will show you the price history, the lows and the highs. The site even allows you to do an alert where if it goes below a certain level, it will send you an email or text saying, hey, now it's time to buy it. Another site a lot of people are not aware of is Google Shopping. So I know people use Google. I know a lot of people use Google Flights, but most folks I don't think are aware of Google Shopping. So what it is, it's just thousands of online retailers basically are advertising on Google Shopping. So if you're trying to find the absolute lowest price of an item, that is the place to go. Again, highly recommend both of them. I know I did some AI hacks recently. I did a whole episode. I have one more that I didn't include. I wish I had. So if you're a parent or grandparent and you like reading bedtime stories to your child or grandchild, this AI hack is good. Basically, the 4 big AI models, all 4 of them can actually write a bedtime story for you. You just tell it, say, hey, I want a bedtime story for my grandchild, and here's a little bit about them, and here's the kind of story they like. And all 4 of them will come up with one. In fact, what they'll probably do is they'll prompt you for more questions like, do you want your child to be the hero of the story? Do you want a certain life lesson to be discussed? And it will do it. There are websites out there that will not only create a story for you, but will generate graphics and can even do a hard copy book that you can give to the child. 3 of the sites that I really like are OscarStories.com, LoveToRead.ai, and Lullaby.inc. All 3 of those do a great job at that. Now, there is another site that's kind of interesting. It's called StoryBee.app. And what this one does, it will clone your voice and create digital stories using your voice to tell the story, and will actually generate a podcast. And this is fairly cheap. To create like a digital story with graphics is like around $10. To do a hard copy book of the story is like around $30. It's just a cool hack. For this hack, I have the longest title for this hack of any of the hacks I've ever shown you guys. One of the most beautiful places in America to travel that most European and Asians know about, and most Americans don't. And man, that is true. So what place am I talking about? I'm talking about the Mighty 5 National Parks in southern Utah, okay? And specifically, the first one is Arches, and here's some images of it. Arches is just a beautiful place. It has over like 2,000 natural sandstone arches. In fact, if you've ever seen the state of Utah license plate, that arch, that's from Arches National Park. Arches is actually right next to a little town called Moab. Cool place. John Wayne used to film most of his westerns right outside of Moab, so that tells you how beautiful it is. The second national park is Canyonlands. Beautiful canyons, beautiful mesas. Oh man, it's awesome. Capitol Reef is the third one. The cool thing about Capitol Reef, it's actually got a thing called the water, I think it's called the Water Pocket Fold. It is a 100-mile cut in the earth, deep cut, that shows all the different geological points in time, kind of historical view of the earth, tons of dinosaur fossils. Bryce is the fourth one. Bryce has these amazingly tall rock formations called hoodoos all over the place. When you're in Bryce, it's almost like you're on a different planet. You're like, good gosh, man, look at this. And then the fifth one, and probably the national park best known of the 5, is Zion. And Zion is actually pretty close to Las Vegas. That's why a lot of people know about it. Zion has probably my favorite hike in the world, and it's called the Narrows. Here's some images of it. It's basically a river hike. You're actually hiking through the river in a slot canyon. Just, oh gosh, beautiful. So if you're wondering why do Europeans and Asians know more about it than Americans, because this is a bucket list item for them. If they're going to take the time and money to come to the United States, they want to see the best, and the Mighty 5 are what they want to see. In fact, what a lot of Europeans will do is they'll fly into Vegas, go spend a couple days there, go do the Mighty 5, loop back around to the Grand Canyon, and then come back to Vegas. It's a very popular thing. Now, if you want to go visit the Mighty 5, I think the best way to create an itinerary is go onto the Utah website, and in fact I have it below. It's visitutah.com. They'll help you develop an itinerary, whether it's 5 days, 7 days, or 10 days. And then also go to this national park site, nps.gov, and that will give you updates on the parks and what you want to see, and if anything is closed, or if you need a permit to get into any part of the park, they will tell you there. I do have a pro tip for you. If you're a big hiker, you already know about the app All Trails. If you're not a hiker, you probably don't, but All Trails is a must for the Mighty 5 because it has all the hikes in there, it has all the updates on them, and the coolest thing about All Trails is it uses the satellite link on your phone, and all cell phones have a satellite link. You have a cell connection and satellite location connection. And so even though you're out in the boonies and you don't have any cell service, the satellite connection still works, and on All Trails it'll show you where you're at on the hike. You'll never get lost. So anyway, hey, thanks for watching. I hope you liked these tips. Really would love feedback. I want to know if we're improving your life or not, and if I have anything wrong, I want to know that too. And please subscribe. Have a great week.